Hi guys, this is the video of my Freya 39 that I have for sale. It's a 1980 boat. However, in 2008, it was completely refitted with new engines, new winches, new standing rigging, and everything else. And in 2019, I did the sails, the tide storm, side track, the lazy jacks, the stack pack, new furler, new lines up front, and I'm going to kind of walk you around and show you what's going on. So let's start with back here. Basically, what you see back here is a lot of handholds. Because I built this boat circumnavigated in 2008. So the guy set up really well. So I added a few more things. And I know it's noisy because I'm in the Penasco and there's a lot of noise, a lot of construction. But anyways, try and hear me as best you can. So it's got all these hand bolts, all these hand grabs. They're all stainless steel. They're all bolted to a backing plate so they can't come out. They serve as a good point to lash things down. I've got big 2.5-inch aluminum pipes here instead of rails, so you can sit on them. You can drag things across them. Out here, there's propane bottles that sit here if you want to cruise. If you don't want to use them, you don't have to. I've got these poles. There's 3 of them. And these poles, they bolt on right here. And basically you can put your dinghy here, or you can put your dinghy in the bow, or you put your propane bottles here. Everything is like a cartridge type system. So if you want to use this, you can. If you don't, you take it off. So that's what that's all about. It's got this hard top. It's again with the big solid aluminum rail so you can climb up here. So it's very solid. It's got a grab wheel all the way around so you can hold on. You can get to your stack back or to your sail if you want to open it to tuck your sail away. This boarding ladder goes on the side of the boat. I store it here. You can store it wherever you want. It's got broad sides to walk, you notice. It's two seats of 3/4-inch marine grade plywood. No soft spots on the deck. It's completely hard. There's lots of room. 50-amp plug right here. And let me show you the bow. Another thing I added, again, is an inner stay. It's solid. The plate. Again, the big deck area here, you have a lot of space to store your dinghy if you want to store it up here. Again, solid rails. I've got these little cleats. These are so you can put bumpers on the side of the boat. When you pull up to the dock, you have something to tie your bumpers to. So when you're docking the boat, they're not for docking the boat. For docking the boat, I've got these massive big ones that I've added. There's one on each side here. There's a couple on the sides over there. And then this windlass. This is a Lofrans Tigris. It's about 7 years old. Works great. It's got 5/16 chain and 85-pound mantis on the bow, which is super solid. That thing holds you in place. It's over anchored, but that's fine. If you want to stay put at night, that's the way to do it. On the mast here, this is the cartridge, by the way, that holds the propane bottles. You can take them out, put them in. You can keep this or not. It's not bolted to the ground. It sits up in there, or it also sits right up against here when I'm fishing and I'm anchored out. I use it here and it becomes a chair, a place to sit, and it gives me a place to lay my tackle when I'm over here fishing off the bow, which is really handy. Those things are, I like them, but again, if you don't want to use them, you can take them off. You can also stand on them. I've got steps that go all the way up to the top of the mast. And the mast also has additional points on it for putting an extra to pull your dinghy up. If you guys are old to my channel and you've seen my channel before, you notice that I used to pull the dinghy up and I used to sit right here, and I had a rig system that would go from here to the pulley back to there, and I used a drill and it would lift it up and put on the deck. Really easy to do. So you've got that. You get these big hooks for throwing your extra lines. Again, they're bolted. If you don't like them, you can take them off. There's a lot of minimalists out there that don't want all this stuff on the sailboat. This was used for cruising, and it was a very comfortable cruising. And let me show you what else we got down below. Okay, I've got cushions that cover this whole area back here. And here's one just to show you an example. I built all of this rack. This is a 550. It's not even a week old, as of about January 20-something. Watts solar panel. It's adjustable on this cable here. You can pull it up or down. So if the sun's setting, you can put it down. If it's in front, you can bring it up, or you can keep it in the middle. Just like that, wherever you want it. It's very basic, easy to use. I added this big chair. Oh, by the way, here's these big solid rod holders for fishing. If you guys like fishing, these things are rock solid. You can keep your boat there. There's a rock solid, again, outboard motor holder right here. I've got this big crane which is reinforced right here, which the cable goes to that winch, so that you can raise and lower your outboard. You don't have to do the lifting with your hands. I'm an old guy and I don't want to do any lifting on my own. There's this big chair in the back. Everybody loves this chair. When we set the autopilot, we set everything up, you set your sails. This is where we kick back, watching the show. You can see down in the water, you can watch your fishing poles, you can tend to everything. One thing you'll notice is all this tape, because I ran the wires on the outside, because it's easy access, easy repair. If anything ever goes bad, it's easy to fix. All the windlasses were replaced in 2008, they're self-tailing, okay? This steering is an Etsy. It's was replaced brand new. It's all hydraulic. It's a Cobell. It's all replaced in 2008. I added this big hatch here. It gives you access to the rudder post. There's nothing down there, it's just storage. You turn it and you open it, it's very solid. The main sheet goes to here, and it goes from here. You take it to one of these winches right here. So it's a basic system, it's easy to use. It doesn't have any tracks or anything like that. I got big Samson posts here. And I got big storage back here. Hold on a second. There we go. That was just painted. Goes deep, that's for your stern anchor locker, storing ropes, whatever you want to store back there. The rear stay is adjustable if you want to race this boat. This is the water for the outside, and it's also for water in. It's a very simple system. You just open the valve. Here's the controls for the engine, and let's go down inside. Okay, down inside, this is the Salon, of course. You got a lot of storage underneath. These things all come up easy, solid. I got nice big grab holes so you can grab stuff. Down here, the same thing. There's more storage down here. Picks it up. I put everything on hinges, so you're not dealing with loose boards every time you pick a board up. There's storage behind the bed here. There's storage behind these cushions. And it goes all the way back to the wall. There's storage underneath here. Of course, I've got 8 27 series deep cycle batteries. They're all new. I'll take that back. They're all under 2 years old. 2 of them are brand new because 2 went bad. And this here can fold out. If you want to make this into a bed, this comes up like this. You just basically flip it out. I'm not going to do it now, but you fold it out. There's 2 little poles that go in here that are stored under there. And then you take this cushion here, get a little notch for it, and you put it right here, and this becomes a bed. Now, when I cruised this boat with my girlfriend, we liked sleeping here. We didn't care that we didn't have a living room. It was very comfortable. But again, it's your choice, your personal preferences. You have those options. There's storage under here. A huge amount of storage. That was our food pantry. There's storage under here for more stuff. The panels, all the electrical on this thing was replaced. The wires, if you come on over here and take a look, you can see that there's new outlets. Okay. And there's an outlet in the bow and stuff like that. And then here, this solar, smart solar, this is from Vitron. It's brand spanking new, not even a week old. Same thing, I added a brand new controller up there. I have propane heating and you have electric heating. If you're at a dock, you use electric. If you're out at sea, you use propane. Now this is a Force 10 propane conversion heater. It is incredible. Not only does it keep the boat warm and does not require any electricity, it keeps the boat dry because it's chimney. So if you're in the Pacific Northwest, San Francisco, places where the humidity is high and you get a lot of condensation on the walls, this eliminates condensation, so it keeps the boat very comfortable. This boat doesn't have any stinks like boats normally smell because I've always kept it dry. This is of course part of the mast in the front here. This V-berth, we use it as storage. You can decide what you want to do it here. So basically, this is the extra cushions for the top side. This comes out. If you want to take it out and open this area up, that's fine. If you don't, I like to use it because we use it for storage with these Tupperware devices and they fit underneath and on top. Of course, you can make it a bedroom if you want. Right there to your right is a brand new Vitron Multi Plus 2. It's a 3,000 watt solar inverter charger. So it charges 50 amps and it puts out 3,000 watts of full of pure sine wave and thing. Up here's a chain locker. There's a big area here. There's nothing there. There's a chain locker up there. It's got, I think, 200 feet of 5/16 chain. Here's a brand new outlet, 4-banger, because you want to have USB. This here serves as a coat hanger. Also, I ran my wires through it, and it can take your weight. So if you have to hang from it, you can. It's nice. And then here we had hanging baskets. We had these little hooks here, and we had netting hanging. It was great because this was really our closet. So you can put the nets here, and you put all your stuff, your socks and things like that. And then we had the clothes hanging here. Underneath these carpets, there's access to everything. You have access to the sewage waste. You have access to more storage under there. You have access to your tanks, and all the tanks have covers on them. So your dirty black water, you can actually get in there and clean it out, which is very important to be able to have access to it. These mirrors make things look a little bigger. The bathroom is a basic bathroom. I'm not going to tell you much about the bathroom because there's not a lot to it other than it's got a tankless water heater, which means gives you continuous flow hot water heating. It's really good. It's got a standard toilet down below, just a regular flush type. I flush this with fresh water so that it never smells in the boat. I just take this and I put the water in there. If you want to turn it on to seawater, you can do that. The option's there. It's got plenty of headroom. When I want to shower, I take this thing, I hang it up here. There's a little clip right there. And you can shower. And that's all there is to this. There's a medicine cabinet here. And of course, a little curtain to keep the sink area dry. And that's how that works. You notice the propane bottle tanks come here. You can put them, relocate them if you want. I just leave them upstairs because it's convenient. That's the bathroom. It's a basic bathroom. This is where you shower. The floor, this carpet, you take this carpet out, of course, and the water drains down on the floor and you turn the pump on. It comes out automatically. So that's mostly the interior. Let me show you the backside. Here's a view of the stern section, the exhaust system, additional parts, water pumps, filters, fuels. Here's the water system. This is the filter. This is the exhaust. There you can see your shaft. You can access it. It's got a dripless shaft seal in the back. The fuel tanks are brand spanking new. Let me borrow that in a second. And right over here, those fuel tanks, you see them in the back. There's one on each side. There's 17 gallons, and the lines are all brand new in 2019. So stainless steel, so there's no fuel problems. New Raycor. Like I said, this boat really mechanically and physically, it's an absolutely sound boat. I love it. If I was to continue sailing, I would keep this boat, but I'm changing directions. Okay, we're moving from the living room to the kitchen. So basically, I put this toolbox in. It's nice it holds a lot of tools so that you don't have to be constantly digging through bags. It's locked in there, can't go anywhere. There's a key, you can lock it. You can put your valuables in there and lock your valuables in there if you want to. It's a locking toolbox. I got regular refrigerators. This is a full refrigerator. Okay, this is a full freezer. Now the nice thing about these freezers and refrigerators is I bought them at Home Depot. They're about, I don't know, $120 new. So if they ever go bad, you just unstrap them and you take them out and you replace them. You don't have to buy that marine grade stuff. These things are 2 years old or 3 years old. I like the system. I have it on my other boat. I've had it on 7 years on the other boat and it's never had a problem. So like I said, you can lock it and unlock it to lock things that don't lock in. Here's the radio, standard radio. It's got a good cable. It broadcasts out about 60 miles. It really gets out there. For storage, more outlets. Again, storage underneath the floor here. You have access to your engine through hull and your sanders. There's storage under here. We like to get the Tupperware. Storage under there for another big Tupperware so you can put stuff under there. You have engine access. Both sides right here. You pop these things off. This comes out. This propane is for the stove. We turn on and off right here. The fuel lines are brand new. The engine, these boards come out. And when those boards come out, basically you have access to the engine completely if you ever have to service the motor for anything. The motor's got a brand new water pump. It's got a rebuilt starter on it. I just went ahead and had them go through it, and if it needed anything, I had them do it because I didn't want to deal with it. And that was just done last month. It's got a gimbal stove, 4-burner. We'll get to the kitchen in a minute. Lots of storage over here. These things are really handy. They're very, very deep. They go way in there. So when you're heeled over, you're not losing all your stuff. These hand holders are kind of handy. We have these little hooks here. We like to hang things from here. Again, everyone does their own thing, but you have that if you want to. Storage back in here. You got a sleeping bed in here if you want to use it. It's quite comfortable. It's very deep. It's over, I think that's 7 feet. Don't quote me on it, but it's pretty deep. You're not going to hit. 2 people can fit there very comfortable if you're in love. And then of course here's the handles for the rule pump, and this is to pump out the sewage. And then big table. This comes apart. This floorboard comes up here. You have access to your stuffing box right there, and all of your stuff. The stuffing box in the back. You take this up, you take this out, and then you have access back in here. I've got racks in there, and there's extra parts, engine parts, supplies, additional mechanical stuff I keep back in there. The exhaust system's all good. And then over here in the kitchen, of course, oh, here's your garage, by the way. Okay, there's extra sails. There's a spinnaker. There's a riding sail, which is you use that anchor. It keeps you always pointing into the wind. Right over here on the side, if you can see this, this is your water valves, port and starboard tanks. There's 75 gallons each, and these tanks are accessible. You come over here, you lift this up, and you can pop this off, and you can inspect the water in the inside of your tanks. Very important. They're stainless steel tanks. You want to know what's going in your food? You want to see it. Both sides are the same way. Underneath the blanket, say you pick it up, you can access that water tank also. And then of course this kitchen, really big deep drawers. Okay, it's got that stuff you get at they're really thick. I don't know what that topping is called, but you can see it here. It's that shiny hard stuff you put in. It's like a resin, so it's good for cooking. There's 3 outlets here on 2 different circuit breakers, so you can put in a toaster oven, you can put in a microwave, you can put in high amperage draw items, and you won't blow the circuit breaker because there's 2 separate circuit breakers on these here. And then of course I showed you the deep drawers. There's storage down below. These drawers fold in half, so you can get in there to get at them. These things come out here, so you have access to that. These here, you can take them apart, you can stack them if you want to put higher items in them, or you can leave them as they are there. Same thing over here. This is under the sink as usual. You got pots and pans. This here is access to the thing for the water. You want to just rinse out the sink. Towel holders. Lots of room. There's a hanging rack here. Now I like the hanging rack. I like to hang the pots because when I go to cook, I can go like this, go like that. You notice that I got a full-size deep sink here. This is all Home Depot stuff. It works great. And you can wash your pots and pans, and when you're done, you hang them up here. You don't have to bend down here to get them out. Now, if you don't mind, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. This again is modular. You can take it off. It comes up, it hinges like this, comes down, and if you want to remove it, you just lift it out of there altogether. We usually put our plates and stuff up here because we like easy access. Your cups are right here when you're making your coffee in the morning, and you're good to go. The reason you have the propane bottle right here, some people dislike it, is because I was a boat mechanic for many, many years, and almost always, and I would say always and always, that whenever there was a propane leak or failure, it wasn't from the tank, it was from the hose. So right here I can shut the propane off and I can inspect it. I have propane detectors. If I want to smell it, it's not a problem. I've had it this way for years on all my boats. If you don't like it, you can put them outside and run the line, but that's fine. Again, the drawer, oh, there's sticks here. These little sticks, what you do with these is when you're on your way, just go here, into this, and they keep the drawers from opening. I used to use bungee cords, but they would pull way out. The sticks turned out to be the best option. There's 3 of them for all 3 sides. That's what that's all about. Again, a lot of storage here, way back in there. Very, very handy. Storage is premium on a boat, and a lot of boats don't have it. This has got 1, 2, 3 on this side and 3 on that side. They're very deep, they're very big. That's pretty much the kitchen for now, and that's pretty much the boat. I mean, I think I've covered it all. Come on down, call me at 559-871-3858 if you want to talk about it. Once again, that phone number is 559-871-3858. I listed the boat for $24,000, not because it's not worth it. It's absolutely worth it. I have more than that materials into the boat. I have 3 boats. I'm turning 70, and it's time to make a change in my life. This boat has served us well. We've sailed all over the places with it. I wouldn't say the world, but we've been all over. It's a very, very, very strong, seaworthy boat. It's a Freya 39. These boats are famous for making the fastness rate of 79 and making it through. And people, most of them are in 15 knots of wind or ducking for cover. I'm throwing sails up and enjoying the ride. This boat is absolutely incredible, world sailor,
someone's going to pick up this boat and needs no work. It is truly a turnkey boat, and often you say that, and you can't really say that about boats. There's really, the only thing you can do, the only thing this boat needs is a crew and food, a new captain. Other than that, thanks for watching the video, guys. Good luck.